My name is Mohammed Hamid, system engineer from Software Trend. Today we will talking about Huawei cloud provider and the solutions for the companies and what will provide for all customers to their network. Our agenda today, we will start with overview with Huawei cloud, also cover all important global technology provider and the cloud computing industry. Then we will talking about the capability for Huawei Cloud for infrastructure as a services or platform software as a service. Also, how Huawei be a leading of ICT information. Also, the top solutions for enterprise cloud, also about deployment, migration, and Huawei everything as a service and expertise that we are sharing between the customers. Then we will open the discussion for any need about questions. First, we will see a small video about Huawei innovation in cloud provider.
Unlimited innovation is always key to moving forward. From watts to bytes, we upgraded from industrial to information age. From theory to cloud era, we upgraded cloud computing to be the foundation of an intelligent world. From on-cloud to in-cloud, we upgraded industry solutions and evolved design ideas. And now we branch out. We extend cloud and intelligence to wherever you need it. Cloud gives you higher energy efficiency thanks to data intelligence. Faster virus analysis to safeguard our health. And smart, secure mining. Cloud gives you even better satellite computing to crack the code of time and space. And even better biodiversity protection. Let's change the world with cloud. Let's keep our minds and arms open. Huawei Cloud is ready to serve you everything as a service.
Okay, Huawei or the cloud computing now or today is not an optional for um, as a core foundation for IT infrastructure or environment for all organizations uh, to move the traditional on-prem infrastructure to cloud platform to have more of scalability and reliability, flexibility to increase or decrease your needs or your requirements. Also about the availability with more of SLA, cost optimize to be have services for everything. Also, Huawei is a global provider in information and communication technology, ICT. Also about smart devices to bring the hardware, campaign, and software, networking, and cloud service to have a unified platform. Huawei cloud designed to support three main of customers. the three main of customers to increase Huawei. We are know Huawei because we have smart devices for Huawei laptops and mobile, and have more of carriers for devices 5G and Sigma devices. But Huawei have more of solutions for the cloud. Huawei include more of customers for the enterprise like banks for financial and telecom. Also worked with more of customers to have compute resource storage services, network infrastructure, security service, AI, capability, data analysis platform. All of them work with Huawei to provide solutions for his environment. Huawei have more of services to be trust and have more of partner in Saudi Arabian and overall world. They make to have and introduce and present the solutions for cloud provider, also about the innovation for this platform for all departments. So why Huawei Cloud? Uh, we have more of cloud like Alibaba, Microsoft Azure, AWS, more of them. Why Huawei? Huawei make traditional environment for scalability and cost-effective industrial expertise. Like you can scale infrastructure requires purchasing new hardware, installing and configuration and maintenance. This process can be take more of weeks and can take more of months to have approval for payment, then to have the order and receive your device. But in cloud environment, allow organization to scale his resource. For example, uh, you need to increase your CPU device memory storage capacity. It's like within minutes. Uh, you need to pay or have credit in your wallet, then you can upgrade your device depending on the workload and everything. Uh, but we need to have important case if we have to need to increase our CPU, our needs, we have variable for this. We need to have a concern about it. Like platform for e-commerce, online services, we have downtime or we need to have approval for this. Second, about the cost effective. Cloud computing, you can pay per use model, meaning you pay only for resources that you use. You need to large investment in your hardware and data center infrastructure. You need to have power consuming cooling system, hardware maintenance, IT staffing. Uh, all of them we need to have there in our concept to compare between the cloud provider cost and the on-prem. Third, about the industry expertise. Huawei has more of experience in delivering technology solutions uh, like for telecommunication, banking and finance, healthcare and government. All of them work with Huawei for one of thing for have a high availability, for redundancy, for fault tolerance, disaster recovery, all of them for Huawei cloud needs. So we need to know about the capability for this cloud provider, like global infrastructure. Huawei built strong infrastructure, advanced technology, and have more of innovations. This capability designed to support modern application that need of high performance, need low latency latency, high availability, also need to have scalability for increase or decrease our system. Also, Huawei have more of comprehensive data centers uh, across different geographic region. Uh, these data centers can be interact together through speed network to ensure you have low latency to access your website or your environment in the cloud. Also about the comprehensive service, how we have more of comprehensive services to provide infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. We will talk about these 3 points in next of slides. Also, how we work with innovation and R&D. Uh, Huawei have more than 55 percentage of their employee work in R&D. That mean how Huawei need to be have more environment performance and reliability to all customer or delivered more of services. Also, Huawei provide support for has their dedicated support for all of customers, uh, technical support 24 by 7, monitoring and troubleshooting. Also have performance and security incident response with their data centers. Huawei in the global have more than 33 regions and 93 for availability zone across world. Uh, they also have data center in Riyadh uh, to make sure you have reliable and high performance with compliance that you have in Saudi Arabia to make sure you are comply for SAMA, for Aramco, for everything. Also certified with ISO. We will see all certificate for KSA to Huawei public cloud in the last of slides. We have more of services for computing like ECS. ECS, that's meaning they have virtual machines. You can deploy your virtual machines on the cloud, then deploy your needs like application, websites, and publishing with any storage you need. We have more also type of storage and computing network and management also. Also, how we can provide certificates and manage certificate for all department. Also about the communication between cloud and on-prem, like Huawei stack to have more of configuration uh, hybrid between the cloud and provide the services. Also about the backup redundancy and multiple network connection, replica storage between their availability zone. So Huawei offering cloud solution for infrastructure, like you need to host your application, so you need to have um, responsible for storage and virtual machines and infrastructure, full infrastructure. Only Huawei is have the data center for cooling and hardware. Uh, Platform as a service development environment allow all customers to build and manage their application without have any access or have need to manage their infrastructure. In platform as a service, Huawei will have managed servers, operating systems, environment, security, and everything. In platform as a service, only you have access or need to have managed for application hosting, platform, database services, container orchestration, API management, and everything. Software as a service, you only have a relation management system for ERP or document management system, email and system environment you need to build on the cloud. Only have access the website like websites or application on your mobile. These three models allow organization to choose what is the level of control you need and responsibility for your business needs. So Huawei to build infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service, they everything to be in the cloud. How to provide everything as a cloud. Huawei leading in this infrastructure. We are see that how they work to R&D and what's need for innovation to increase their data centers in the global. Also, Huawei not only provide everything as a service, but it's provide expertise as a service. First, technology as a service to manage evaluation and traditional cloud models, purchasing anything. Then you need to have infrastructure as a service, storage, network, and database security. All of them, you will have full capability or full responsibility for your infrastructure. Organization can scale resource to up, down anytime, can manage their scalability for their devices or their environment through balancing load balancer or WAF or anything, then how to deploy with the policy for this increase. Also, Huawei can share their expertise as a service. Like you need to move from the cloud to from on-prem to cloud or from cloud to cloud. Like you need to migrate your data center from GCP to Huawei, or you migrate from on-prem to Huawei. Uh, what I will have, what is benefits. We can share with you customers that migrate their platform, like your data center for applications, for database, for everything, uh, to have more information about the needs, requirement, what we are facing when we are migration terms. In Hawaii, we are planning everything from beginning to deliver full solution and comprehensive solution with high performance. So Huawei to need to deploy, we need to migration from on-prem from any provider to cloud. First, we need to have assessment to have more of information about the migration. Cloud migration, it's critical to digital transformation because you need to have the same performance or high performance expected to minimize your downtime or operation risk or cost effectively. Huawei offer the phases for migration, like first assessment to analysis your details, include server, application, database, network, security, and what's the goal, what you need to or what you expect after migration. What is the workloads will be migrated, the migration timeline, resource requirement, risk for our plan. Then we are have second step, migration steps. we now to have the same or test the migration and the data replica virtual machines migration. If we have application testing, we are migrate this. How migration in this step, we have more of tools. We have to SMS tool to migrate the server as from on-prem to cloud, or we can make like DR virtual machine to have replica standby and active from on-prem or any cloud provider. Then we will migrate the after replica tested, we will migrate the connection to Huawei. All of them we can calculate it after test. Then post migration, that meaning we will provide optimization service, how your application performance after migration, backup management, system update, all of them. Huawei provides this migration with all infrastructure. Like we need to migrate data, so we need first to have assessment for infrastructure. Le we are saying landing zone solution. This have more of information than the migration tool. What is the recommendation for specification server? We need resource migration that we will perform. Also, what we will need after this migration, we need to have backup solution, high availability solution, DR solution. Then the next step about the security and the compliance. More of companies in Saudi Arabia and Egypt and UAE have compliance to have their data in Egypt. So we need to you need to have this environment with comply with your certificate or organization compliance. So we need to have the same data center in your region. Also about the monitoring, Huawei offer Cloud Eye for monitoring everything, ECS networking, and it's free tool for monitoring. Then we have what is the cost center or what is the financial operation. We are talking about the cost budget after migration and how it's optimized or to have more of security. Also about the security, Huawei have two of architect. Huawei have firewall, traditional or next generation firewall from their data center, with also have e-marketing. E-marketing, you can purchase like 40 net firewall to have virtual machines and everything on your cloud and connected through VPN. Also have WAF services and also have e-marketing for WAF services. So Huawei built their infrastructure on the cloud, but I need to have enterprise solution. I have SAP, like SAP. I need to have a backup. I need VMware. I use VMware and hypervisor solution. So what I will have when I migrated to Huawei Cloud? Huawei Cloud have main solution for enterprise, SAP on the cloud, SAP HANA, and they are certified. We will see it, and their certificate also have disaster recovery and from on-prem to cloud. Also have backup solution and services. First, we will talking about VMware or Hyper-V. Huawei have their workload to have critical system, meaning that if you have Oracle system, it's built on VMware, or you have VMware virtual machines, and you need to have Huawei public cloud. So you need to migrate this with full support with VMware based environment. So Huawei can provide or allow your organization to migrate these virtual machines directly to cloud without reducing or without issue or facing anything in the migration. That have solution for parameter server. This can you build your hyper or virtualization services on him. Then you can integrate it with ACS virtual machines that you need or you build, or you can get your file services sharing, or you can have dedicated server on the cloud. Also about SAP. SAP is mainly used for enterprise environment for managing business, operational, financial, logistics, human resource. This system need more of high performance infrastructure. You need to have reliable and scalable storage, because they handle large of volume for traditional data. So Huawei Cloud provide infrastructure for SAP workload with high performance compute, also certified storage, high speed for networking connection, also have database optimization. Huawei already officially certified uh, from SAP workloads in production environment to ensure your capability and reliability for your network. About the backup and DR, Huawei provide backup solution with integration like Veeam, Veritas. You can get your backup media for OBS object storage to integrate with your uh, solution for backup for compatible S3 services. Then you can connect it to cloud and upload your data or your business on the cloud. So I need to have data center, and after migration all of data center will be as a service. So what is the accelerate infrastructure for our need? Data centers on the cloud or as a services uh, that make your have more of infrastructure services for hardware, power system, and cooling IT department. Also, uh, can provide your high availability and disaster recovery to reduce your downtime and reliability. Also, security and compliance. Also about intelligent storage and data management. Data is one of most valuable assets. We need to talking about organization. Storage system must be scalable because we have more of data. Traditional data can be increased at any time, so I need to increase my data immediately or next minutes, so I can it for hardware on-prem, because I need to purchase a hard drive should be compatible with our server or our system. And the connection and configuration and all of them will take more of time. But in Huawei Cloud, you can increase your disk at any time easily in minutes. Also, you need to have data backup and recovery. Huawei provide data backup, can take backup for your virtual machines, full virtual machines server, and you can take for disk only. If you have any issue in disk, or virtual machine, you can shut down and delete the old virtual machines and build new one with attach the old backup disk from Huawei. Then you can have your up and running within 10 minutes only for everything. Also about the analysis and advanced for the cybersecurity. Huawei provide or have more of security for analysis. These tools organize to analyze large databases for incidents and SQL injection, like SQL injection access or IAM access. They have more of incident and capability for response for their attacks. AI is becoming key of our technology for searching, for build our system or coding, everything. Huawei Cloud provide their AI and machine learning services that can be integrated into enterprise application. One of the most common Huawei can offer AI chatbots and virtual assets that can customer make their for his automatically response and everything for their system can be like answer frequency asked questions, have like services for personal recommendation and everything. Uh, this make development or this algorithm can be analyzed large of database quickly and identify pattern to human to detect. Uh, For example, if we have AI for medical already, they are built in Roma AI with Huawei support to diagnose the issues or the users. Uh, in finance, you can detect the transaction. You can detect everything that you need in your infrastructure. So about the security, we are talking about the defense from cloud. Uh, Organization move their workloads to cloud or to Huawei cloud. They must ensure their data application and infrastructure, all of them, it's protected against cyber threats, unauthorized access, system vulnerability, all of them. Huawei implement a comprehensive defense with multi-layer security architecture to protect system and infrastructure for environment. Defense for this environment, for network, application security, identity, and access, all of them, 70 percentage of this threat can be handled within 1 minute, first 1 minute. Also 99 of threats can be handled within 5 minutes. These threats, after dedicated, the system automatically trigger an instant response process to have more of response centers in over the world. Like you need to have more of security for data protection, risk, also about access logging. I will support uh, global collaboration about the security and cyber security. Also about the talking about Huawei Cloud, we are talking about the distribution hybrid Huawei as a leader in last quarters for public cloud development and infrastructure platform, hybrid cloud government big data management platform, all of them. We can see their leaders in last quarters and last years for Huawei in magazine or Gartner or leaders of magazine. So we need to distribute hybrid infrastructure. Huawei cloud stack, it's big solution. We need only one webinar for to talking about the services. It's provide on-prem and how organization can be integrate on-prem system with cloud environment. Many of organization cannot move all of their environment to the cloud directly. Some application must for on-prem or have technical or performance requirement, and there we need to have hybrid architect to have on-prem infrastructure handled with private cloud resource also integrated with public cloud. These components are connected through secure network links to create unified environment to connect between cloud stack on-prem for your environment and public cloud for Huawei. Huawei provide hybrid infrastructure to manage your workload. Uh, One of key of this services or this need to have this environment can be moved between environment based on your business requirement. If you need to have today I have application on the cloud and running on the virtual machines and connected on-prem with their database. I only have this application running on the ACS and they're integrate with database on-prem. I need to restore or publish this application from on-prem and their database on the cloud. You can migrate between or have more of services between on-prem and cloud. You can have VPN dedicated network connection between on-prem and cloud. Also, you can have centralized analysis. You can monitoring all cloud provider and on-prem from one console. Also, you can integrate the for the disaster recovery. You can have more of cross cloud. You can have AWS, Azure, GCP, or Alibaba. All of them. You can make cross disaster recovery. We have tool One Pro that make this storage and this virtual machines for DR. To be comply, Huawei already for security world compliance have ISO also privacy compliance for in China and financial. Also, National Cybersecurity Authority from KSA, Huawei Cloud is Class C in KSA. Also, communication space technology to be have comply and all of your environment is secure and you have more of compliance and apply your compliance you need in your environment. Huawei roadmap. Uh, this roadmap it's important for Huawei because Huawei focused to expanding firstly their data center in all regions. This include building new data center, improve their network infrastructure, and provide performance reliability. Also, to work with R&D to have new services related AI and big data analysis to help the organization to have valuable solutions and how to migrate to cloud. Then they are focused to develop industrial in the cloud solutions. The solution designed to for all sectors such financial, healthcare, energy, government. This goal was to provide specialized tools and services that address uh, requirement needs or unique requirement for your environment. Also then work to include obtain additional certificates to improve or enhance their security and compliance capability. Also increased investment in research and development, R&D, to support technology or the upgrading in technology for cloud and computing